Chosen by the Violet Eyes, a suspenseful galactic HFY story. The air inside the diplomatic hall crackled, not with sound, but with tension. 17 species had gathered for what would become the most consequential summit in Galactic Alliance history. Towering figures, cloaked entities, and shimmering beings shifted in their seats beneath the soft glow of artificial starlight. Every eye, every sensor, every antenna seemed fixed on the stage, where fate was about to take form. Ambassador Marcus Kaine stood silent at the edge of the hall, his black uniform modest compared to the opulent regalia surrounding him. At just 28, he was the youngest delegate ever sent from Earth. Still, his calm posture made him stand out in a room vibrating with unspoken rivalries. He wasn't here to speak. He wasn't even supposed to be noticed. Then a hush fell. From the ornate side doors, the Vorthan Empire's royal delegation made its entrance, accompanied by haunting music that seemed to echo from another dimension. At its center moved Princess Lyra. Her ethereal blue skin shimmered like moonlight on water, and her silver hair rippled as if caught in some invisible cosmic breeze. Every step she took was deliberate, and her violet eyes swept across the room with precision that cut deeper than any weapon. The Vorthans were known for many things: their unmatched technology, their imperial pride, and their unsettling custom, diplomatic marriage. A low voice echoed across the hall, clear and sharp. "The princess must choose a consort from among the attending species," announced Chancellor Drix, his words sharp as crystal shards. "This union will solidify peace between the Vorthan Empire and the Galactic Alliance." Marcus froze. The words confirmed what he had only half believed in his pre-mission briefings. This wasn't symbolic. It was real. Ancient custom demanded a royal union, and every ambassador in the room suddenly had a new mission: be chosen. He watched as others shifted, straightened, gleamed. The crystalline Keplerians refracted the lights around their polished forms. Nexus envoys whispered coded messages through twitching tendrils. Everyone wanted to be noticed. Everyone except him. He edged closer to the wall, becoming part of the architecture, hoping the moment would pass without dragging him into its gravity. But the princess was moving. She drifted through the crowd like a phantom of diplomacy. She paused before the towering Gareen ambassador, who flexed 4 massive arms in nervous anticipation. She tilted her head at the feathered Avalon, eyes narrowed with alien curiosity. Silence wrapped around the chamber as if time itself waited for her decision. Then she stopped. In front of him, Marcus felt her gaze pierce him. Those violet eyes, alive, calculating, locked onto his face. She said nothing at first, and that silence said everything. Then her lips curved ever so slightly. "Interesting," she murmured in flawless English. "You're trying very hard not to be noticed." His heart thudded. "Your Highness," Marcus said, voice steady despite the storm in his chest. "I am merely an observer. I have no role in—" "No role?" she cut in, voice rising just enough to quiet the room. "That's where you're wrong." Every eye turned. "Ambassador Kaine," she said, taking a step closer. "I have studied every species in this room for 3 years. I know their strengths, their ambitions, their politics. But humans, you are different." He felt her presence now, close enough to catch the faint scent of something like cinnamon and starlight. "Your kind has no natural advantages," she continued. "No strength, no magical prowess, no superior evolution. And yet, you've spread like wildfire across the stars." Marcus wanted to interrupt, to shrink into the wall behind him, but the moment held him captive. "You build ships from scrap and dreams," she whispered. "You reshape dead worlds with sweat and will." When the Kazan swarm devoured the outer rim, it was humans who volunteered first. Not out of duty, but because you understood sacrifice. The other delegates stirred. Confusion, anger, suspicion. The Nexus ambassador's tentacles curled in silent protest. "But what truly impressed me," Lyra said, "it was a story from just 3 months ago. A Vorthan science team trapped in a dying orbit, rescued by a human cargo ship. The captain, a woman named Beth, refused any reward. She simply said, 'Helping is what we do.'" A breathless stillness spread through the room. "That," she said, turning back to Marcus, "is why I have made my decision." Gasps, murmurs. Shock rippled through the chamber like an undercurrent of chaos. "I choose this one," she declared, extending her hand toward Marcus. "Ambassador Kaine, will you accept the honor of joining our houses in marriage?" He didn't move. The implications hit him like a blast wave. This marriage would rewrite treaties, forge new alliances. Earth would gain access to Vorthan technology that could leapfrog them 1,000 years into the future. But more than that, humanity had been seen, not as a nuisance, not as a minor player, but as worthy. He thought of Captain Beth, of miners on barren moons, of settlers breathing life into dead planets, of soldiers who died with no name, just the hope of peace. "Your Highness," Marcus said, meeting her eyes. "I accept." The hall exploded with movement, protests, shouted translations, shock, frenzied calls to homeworlds. But amid the chaos, Lyra smiled, fully, truly, for the first time. "I was hoping you would say that." And as the galactic political machine spun into overdrive, Marcus Kaine realized something profound. Sometimes the greatest power comes not from dominance, but from compassion. And sometimes the most powerful statement of all is simply being human.